Hi guys, and welcome to another The Legend 27 Streams Idle Heroes. This week, or today, I'll be talking about the best Death Heroes, as well as the new Light and Dark Heroes. Additionally, I'll be doing at least one 5-star 7 with my special summon, and 10 more summons to top it off. So I'd like to start off this week with the best. Well, let me let everybody know that I'm streaming real quick. I'm going to start off with the best Death Heroes. They're saying they're the best guild in chat, but they're really not. They just have more experience than us, as of right now. Remember, you can always find me by going to tinyurl.com/idleheroes2. Alright. I'd also like to mention again, we are still recruiting here at Night's Watch. We have a few spots still open, 120 plus power level preferred. We're doing really well. We're already consistently ending in the top 20 of the entire guilds in all the world and of all the servers, and we're getting stronger and stronger every day. We will be number one soon. Mark my words, guys. Number one soon. Alright, how many viewers we got? So we got 6 people watching. It's nice to have all you guys here. Alright, so best Death Heroes. Death Heroes are probably my personal favorite in the game, simply because of Walter. Walter is by far the best Death Hero. He is amazing. He's a damage over time player, a poison player, and he poisons everybody. Sorry about that, guys. His first move... Hold on. His first move is just normal attack, obviously. But his special is he deals 160% attack damage to 2 random backline enemies. If the backline's dead, that obviously is 2 frontline enemies. And that gives him an extra 48% damage each round until his death. Another 30% chance to stun him or her. This is an amazing attack. It does a ton of damage to begin with. It does damage over time, and it can stun the enemy. Just probably one of the top attacks in the game. The second skill is increased armor pierce by 32% and attack by 30%. That means that even if it's a high defense unit, you're still going to get a solid poison in there. Hi, Tayan. Attack has a 100% chance to poison the target, dealing 30% attack damage each round till he's dead. So that is every single time you attack somebody, a normal attack, a special attack, whatever it is, a counter attack, whatever it may be, it's going to poison them. Amazing. And then when your life is lower than 50%, poison a random backline foe, dealing 80% damage until he's dead. So basically, if your Walter gets low HP pretty quickly, you're going to have one at least definite kill. So Walter, super powerful. He's rigged right now, basically. He's super powerful. He's just really good. My personal Walter is over here to death. Has 200,000 HP and 28,000 attack. That's insane for an assassin. An assassin. Considering, for example, look at one of my best tanks, has 430 HP. So it's just insanely good. Death Heroes are one of the only hero classes where there's only like a few bad ones. but the really bad ones are really bad and the good ones are really good. Deathsworn is the new hero that you can take from 4 stars all the way up to 6 star or 9 stars. Um, he burns all enemies after he dies. When you get attacked, he burns them. Um, he just burns everybody, really. Uh, Other than for his main attack, his other attacks just burn. And the burn is really weak. It's like between 15 and 25% damage, depending on what level of upgrade you're at. It's just weak overall. He's just a bad hero. Aiden is probably... He is one of the top 3 heroes in the game. Every time one of your allies dies, you get 15% additional attack and 20% armor pierce. That upgrades to 28% armor pierce and 20% attack when you upgrade that ability. Basically, he's really amazing in Trial of Champions because you can throw a bunch of 1-star units with him, like 5 1-stars, and then just leave him in the back, and he'll just wipe out entire enemy teams. He's basically the only hero in the game that can wipe out every enemy in one hit if he's upgraded and powerful enough. Definitely a super powered hero, and he attacks all units. Has a 75% chance to silence warrior foes, which means like if you're going up against somebody like a Dragon Slayer or somebody like that, then he's not going to be able to use his special. There's a good chance he's not going to be able to use his special, so he won't be able to attack all the people. He'll only be able to attack one person at a time. So Walter, Aiden, two of the top 3 characters in the entire game, or heroes in the entire game, both death heroes. Death heroes are amazing just because of those two. Bade is like a weird mix between an attacker and a tank. He does 207% attack against the weakest enemy. Increase HP by 30%, hit by 20%. Each attack increases own armor pierce by 11 and armor by 11. When armor is lower, when HP is lower than 50%, armor increases by basically 20% for the next 3 rounds. Yeah, he's basically a killer. That's kind of a tank. He's more like an assassin than a tank, though. He's really against if the enemy is using Miki as a tank. He's really good against her just because he can't be dodged. So, I've talked to you about in a previous video how Miki was, the water version of a tank just because she's got such high dodge. Bade is the counter. Bade is a very situational hero, but you get a ton of him all throughout the game. So more than likely, he's just going to be food. Field, I don't really have a lot of experience with Field. He's a ranger. He's kind of like a crowd control ranger, but not really. He's just an odd hero. You don't really see a lot of them up in the higher levels. More than likely another hero that's just going to be food to level up your Aiden and your Walter and your Dominator. Lutz just got weakened a lot. He's one of the few heroes that attacks frontline enemies. Gauge 20% hit for 2 rounds and has 75% chance to stun mage foes. He's good against bosses. That's about all he's good on. Just because he's got a lot of armor pierce and he stuns mages. So if you're going up against a mage boss, he's good there, like a holy mage. For example, probably pretty good against ODO1. Sierra, Bleaker. Those are the three that he would be good up against if you have them as bosses. Dominator is a top 5 tank of the game. He's a really good tank. Not because he's got a ton of defense or HP, or he's good at that, but he's unique in tanks that he does really good damage. He's really a damage dealing tank, and he heals himself pretty well. So he's more of like a mixture between a priest, a tank, and a killer. So he doesn't have any like amazingly strong moves, but he's a solid tank that heals himself and does good damage against the back line. Another good one to have against Mickey, because gains 60% damage dealt, HP if enemy hero dodged attacking. So if you're going up against a Mickey, definitely somebody good to have. Lutz and Dominator. Each attack has 30% chance. Good on bosses, good all around. He's just a solid character. You can either use him earlier game. He's a good tank because you get him early on and you can normally get a couple of them, so he's a quick 6-star. Later in the game, more than likely, Dominator will be used a lot as food. Karma. I have not got Karma really at all. I haven't really seen anybody use Karma. She's a priest. I'm kind of like the anti-priest player, just because Gerke's really the only good priest in the game. Deals 98% attack damage against backline enemies. Has a 20% chance to petrify him. So just by looking at her skills, it looks like more than anything she's a crowd control priest. She doesn't have a particularly high attack power, nor does she have particularly high HP. She's kind of slow when you look at her speed, and her defense isn't that high. I would definitely throw her away, or, if you can find a situation where she's good, use her. But more than likely food. So, in summation, Walter and Aiden, 2 best death heroes. You can also keep Bade and Dominator, and Lutz as a backup for bosses. But really, the 2 main death heroes you really want to level up are Walter and Aiden. After you're finished with those 2, make another Walter, make another Aiden, and then start working on your Dominator. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that. Now, as promised, I will also go over the new light and dark heroes. The new 4 stars. So, for the dark side, we have Dark Spirit. He's a priest, so he's kind of like the Dark Gerke. You won't really use him that much, other than to level up your other characters, because you can't take them to 6-star, which means they're only for early game. He does. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on, it's getting ready to pop up again. He does do 127% attack against 3 random enemies and reduces their energy by 30. A lot of people were asking what energy is when we first saw these new heroes coming out. Energy is the line that pops up for you to be able to do your special attack. So basically, if you're attacking 3 enemies, you're basically, if he attacks quickly, instead of them being able to use their super on their second attack, they're going to have to wait till the third attack to use their super on 3 enemies, which is really, really good situationally. You might actually use him in certain levels of the tower, definitely early to mid game, and you'll be able to use him a lot until you get until you can make a full 6-star team. He would definitely be a solid 5-star to level up. Probably one of the best 5 stars. Also, he gets 25 energy for every time he's damaged, so that means he gets an extra quarter towards this. So he's really going to be for this is probably best for taking out everybody. He's going to make it to where the enemies can't use their specials anymore. He would be a good anti-Walter. Any hero, really, that needs their specials to be useful, he's going to be the one to finish them off. He's going to be a big help there. So he's going to be really situationally good against assassins, priests, mages, everybody but tanks, really. And every time you attack, you increase your own energy by 25 again. So you're just going to be pumping this out over and over again. You're going to be taking away their abilities. Because he's 3 random enemies, he would be really good versus guild bosses, because a lot of times in the guild boss there's 3 enemies, so he would just make it to where the guild boss would not be able to use his super as much. Going to be really good against marauders, just really situationally good. This was the first time I really took a hard look at him, and I'm really happy with what I see there. As soon as I get him, I will let you guys know how good he ends up being. The light version of the new hero is a mage, divine spirit. Looks freaking awesome. Looks amazing. A beautiful character design with like the wavy energy and everything like that. That thing looks cool as shit. But again, can only go up to 5 stars. Gonna be, early to maybe early mid-game. Holy Shock deals 147% against 3 enemies. 25% chance to stun. That's not really that great of an attack, but it's alright. Gets 25% skill damage. So that takes us up to 175 versus 173% basically. 3 random enemies. It would be a good... You could pair him with the Dark Hero to make your rainbow team, and it would be a solid combination. Each attack increases hero's skill damage by 30% for 3 rounds. So it looks like both of the second abilities just power up the first one, so you're at like 203% versus 3 enemies, which is going up to like a lot of 6 stars have abilities like that do that much damage. So he's just going to be a really solid power hitter. Definitely going to be useful, like I said, early to mid-game, but, later on in mid-game and more towards late game, you're not going to be using him anymore. You developers out there, this should be the 4-star that can go up to 6-star, in my opinion, for the light and dark. You have that for every others except for light and dark. This would be awesome if you let them go to 6-star. Definitely a good option. Let's do some summons. I'm just going to do 2 quick ones real quick. 2 10 summons and my special summon. No 5 stars. That's gay. Alright, guys, wish me luck. I'm looking for a Dark Asmodel. Fat Moo, again. I always get Fat Moos. The world hates me. Fat Moos has been my main source of food for all of my fire heroes. I have a 9-star, an 8-star, and an 8-star in the fire heroes. And Fat Moo has been the most used one. Wow, this person really wants to get a hold of me. I'll talk to them after I'm finished with this video. As you can see, all my 5 stars basically, other than 4 out of the 5 last 5 stars I've gotten, fire 5 stars, have been Fat Moo. Developers, you need to stop giving me Fat Moo. Give me a Dantalion. Give me a Karam. Give me a Margaret. Give me one of those guys. I'll take any of those guys. Stop giving me Fat Moos. Alright, let me see how close I am to... Alright. You guys are about to see something ridiculous in my guild store. I've got 24,000 guild points. I was halfway debating on saving up for another flaming artifact. Which actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to screw myself just so that way I can do one more 5-star summon. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. What should my next video be about? I'm running out of heroes to talk about. I'm running out of the best classes, the best of each, type of hero. I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Developers, add some more stuff to the game. Make it to where I have more stuff to talk about. But yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. As always, I love you guys. You guys are the reason I do this. I'm horny for you, baby. Bye, guys.